Russia's relations with NATO member states. Russia's relations with NATO member states have long been a source of tension and conflict. After the fall of the Soviet Union, Russia sought to establish relationships with Western countries and was even an observer member of NATO. However, in recent years, due to political disagreements, territorial disputes, and security concerns, tensions between Russia and NATO have increased dramatically. This article will explore the nature of Russia's relations with NATO member states, the reasons why these relations have become strained, and what the future may hold for these nations. One of the main reasons why Russia's relations with NATO member states have grown increasingly strained is due to the expansion of NATO into Eastern Europe. After the fall of the Soviet Union, Eastern European countries began seeking closer relationships with the West, and many joined NATO. This expansion was seen as a direct threat to Russia's security and territorial sovereignty and led to increased tensions between Russia and NATO member states. Russia has accused NATO of encroaching on its borders and has responded by increasing military presence near its borders and conducting military exercises. Another source of tension in Russia's relations with NATO member states is due to political disagreements. Russia has a history of interfering in the affairs of neighboring countries, including Ukraine. In 2014, Russia annexed Crimea, a territory that had been part of Ukraine since 1954. This move was met with international condemnation, and NATO member states imposed economic sanctions on Russia. Russia has also been accused of interfering in the 2016 U.S. presidential election and other political campaigns in Europe. In addition to territorial disputes and political disagreements, NATO's military activities near Russia's borders have also raised tensions. In recent years, NATO has conducted military exercises near Russia's borders, with some involving tens of thousands of troops. These exercises have been viewed by Russia as a direct threat to its security and have increased tensions in the region. Despite these challenges, Russia's relations with NATO member states are not entirely negative. There are areas where cooperation between Russia and NATO member states has been fruitful. One example is in counterterrorism efforts, where Russia has worked closely with NATO member states to combat terrorism. Russia has also cooperated with NATO in Afghanistan, providing logistical support and allowing NATO member states to transport supplies through Russian territory. The future of Russia's relations with NATO member states is uncertain. Russia has been accused of engaging in aggressive behavior, and tensions between the two parties have continued to increase in recent years. However, it is still possible for Russia and NATO member states to find ways to cooperate and work together. Both parties have a stake in maintaining the security and stability of the region, and there are areas where cooperation is possible. In conclusion, Russia's relations with NATO member states are complex and multifaceted. Tensions between the two parties have grown in recent years, due to political disagreements, territorial disputes, and security concerns. However, there are areas where cooperation between Russia and NATO member states has been successful, and it is important for both parties to continue exploring ways to work together. As the world becomes more interconnected, it is essential for nations to find ways to cooperate and resolve their differences peacefully.